Welcome to Storytime. Terra has arrived at the happiest place on Earth, Disney Town. He chases some unversed onto a racetrack and almost gets run over by a man in a dark uniform who totally isn't Pete, but Queen Minnie calls out to him and he manages to dodge. Along with her engineers Chip and Dale, she welcomes Terra to Disney Town, which has just started its Dream Festival. The guy from the racetrack, who I really have to stress is not Pete but someone named Captain Dark, comes up and chastises Terra for keeping him from getting a new record. Chip and Dale see he's always cheating, and while Terra doesn't care about racing, there are unversed cars on the track for reasons not worth questioning, and he's in, though they make him agree not to cheat. Terra enters the race, riding his Keyblade glider which is inexplicably street legal, although given his only opponents are Captain Dark who drives a car and throws illegal bombs at people, and Unversed riding adorable little planes, it pretty much comes out even. Terra wins and Captain Dark leaves in a huff. Minnie, Chip, and Dale have somehow seen through this impeccable disguise and tell Terra that there's going to be a vote for the best citizen in Disney Town, the Millennium Dreams Award, which they're guessing Pete won't win because literally everyone hates him. Terra muses how he was able to win without cheating, which makes him wonder if he really needs to use the darkness just because he has access to it, and takes off. Ventus arrives at Disney Town next, and he's met by Captain Justice, a superhero who definitely totally could not possibly be Pete. He's looking for citizens to help, although he's quick to remind Ventus to vote for him for the Million Dreams Award. The two of them see Queen Minnie with Scrooge and Donald's nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie at an ice cream machine. They're upset because it's broken, and Captain Justice tries to fix it but just makes it worse. Ventus is able to fix it using the power of minigames, and Captain Justice gets jealous and leaves. Minnie and the Ducklings explain about the award and how Pete's just trying to help people to coerce them into voting, then wishes he had someone to look out for him, apparently forgetting that Aqua has crossed half the universe trying to get him home safely, and leaves. Aqua's the next one in Disney Town, and she immediately meets Captain Justice, who she's not even close to being impressed by. Horace Horsecollar, a horse with a collar, yells for help with some monsters attacking Fruitball Plaza. Aqua figures they're unversed, and Captain Justice decides monsters aren't really his jam and pieces out. Aqua tells him he's a punk and goes to help, although she insists she's not a hero, still bummed over the accusations from Ventus and Terra back in Radiant Garden. Aqua defeats the unversed using the classic Disney Town pastime of Fruitball, smashing giant fruit at them until they're defeated. Apparently, Mickey has led Disney Town into such an economic boom that people throw dozens and dozens of fruit at each other for fun and no one minds wasting food. Minnie and Horace find Aqua to thank her. Aqua kneels before Minnie upon finding out that she's a queen, which seems like an appropriate thing to do, and it's kind of funny because no one else seems to be treating her like a monarch, so apparently the Disney Kingdom is just super cash. Minnie expresses disappointment at the way she's running things in King Mickey's absence, though Horace assures her everyone thinks she's doing fine. They discuss how Pete has misjudged the Million Dreams competition, and that he thinks that saying he's a hero will make people like him. They tell Aqua she's a true hero for wanting to help people, which cheers her up a bit. It's finally time for the Million Dreams Award ceremony, and Minnie announces that the winner is an unprecedented tie between Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. Aqua's surprised to hear that her friends have been through this world, while Captain Justice jumps on stage, outraged his heroics didn't work. He runs off and changes to Captain Dark, thinking maybe people will go for the edgy dark horse, but no one cares. Queen Minnie tells him that he was trying to win for the wrong reasons, but that a few citizens actually voted for him, so he must have some real good in him. Pete decides to just take the prize anyway and makes a grab for it, but Minnie decides that he's finally crossed a line and has to be punished, cheating in go-kart racing apparently ranking higher than the time he tried to kidnap her on the scale of bad deeds. She summons her walking broom guards to cart him off. Aqua accepts the award on behalf of Terra and Ventus, as well as a special royal berry ice cream. Her heart lifted, Aqua moves on. As for Pete, he's sealed in another dimension because Minnie don't mess around. However, he's surprised to hear the voice of Maleficent, offering him a chance out of the prison if he's willing to follow her orders. Pete wholeheartedly agrees, and Maleficent opens a portal for him to come find her. Meanwhile, Ventus finds a new world, the Olympus Coliseum. He meets a satyr named Philocides, who ignores Ventus and goes to find his young protege Hercules, who's registering for the games, a series of tests of skill and strength. A boy named Zack finds him and begs Phil to train him as a hero. Phil says he only takes one pupil at a time, but after some unversed appear and the three boys fight them off, he agrees to watch Hercules and Zack's performance in the games, and decide who to train that way. Ventus wants to enter too, but unfortunately there's no more open spots. Herc isn't too happy with this either, but Phil tells him that if he's a true hero he's going to come out on top anyway. He says he won't train Hercules until the competition ends, so Ventus offers to help him out. The two train together, and Ventus asks Hercules why he wants to be a hero. Hercules explains that he's the son of Zeus, king of the gods, but he'll be mortal until he proves himself a hero. Hercules returns the question, and Ventus reveals he's just looking for some friends. When it's time for the games, Herc and Zack both make it to the final round, fighting through leagues of unversed until they have to fight each other. They're pretty evenly matched, and Ven is watching the fight until Phil tells him unversed are attacking the town. He goes to deal with it and is surprised to be joined by Hercules and Zack, who both abandon their chances of winning to help out. After kicking the young burst around, Herc declares Zack the winner since Hercules left first, although Zack assures him he was just faster. Phil doesn't care who won since he was looking for someone with heart, and Herc's won out in that department. Zack decides to train hard on his own to catch up, and Ventus realizes the entire competition was a sham. Phil comes clean, saying that Hercules was in a slump and needed to push himself. Becoming friends with Hercules and Zack gives Ventus hope for working things out with Terra and Aqua, and the other boys make him promise to come visit again as he leaves.